Day 1. The first day is a so-called mud day. Recently, however, the park employees covered the path with crushed lava sand, and the slippery mud bath is now history. This treatment also makes it a much easier hike. This is the Mawenzi route, the most famous and popular of the 5. It was used by the first explorers trying to reach the summit. It is also considered to be the easiest, except for the summit climb, which is probably the toughest. The hiking group encounters an army of ants crossing the path. They take a closer look. Big mistake. Oh. The ants are aggressive and crawl all over their bodies, leaving behind painful bites.
Bloody ants!
The hike started from the Mawenzi Gate at an altitude of 1,800 meters through the montane forest. This lush vegetation between 1,800 and 2,800 meters get drenched here in heavy rainfalls. This wide band of exceptionally beautiful forests encircles the whole of Kilimanjaro. About 96% of water on Kilimanjaro originates from within this zone. It's a verdant refuge for animals enclosed by 30-meter-high trees, their buttresses layered with fungi, mosses, and ferns. Some of the more prolific trees are camphor, podocarpus, fig, and other large trees. The undergrowth contains many giant ferns, as well as flowers such as Impatiens Kilimanjari, with their typical pitcher shape. This is a cry of colobus monkey, echoing all over the forest. But where is it? The area teems with life, but due to the dense vegetation, sighting of animals is generally rare. One is more likely to hear them than to see them. Oh, here they are, beautiful and elusive, with a band of long white fur, which flays out as they jump from branch to branch in search of food. The colobus monkeys live in the treetops in small groups and eat mainly leaves. Some of the smaller game to be found on the mountain are squirrels, porcupine, the tree hyrax, and this mongoose. The forest is home to a number of small antelope, such as duiker and klipspringer. They are fairly shy creatures and quite small, which makes them very difficult to spot. When one gets lucky, larger game can be seen, such as elephant, buffalo, eland, and giraffes. Leopards also live here. Sometimes cheetahs and lions are spotted passing through the area. Hopefully not today. It is not difficult to imagine how hard it was for the first explorers to navigate here. They found the rainforest and the moorlands very difficult to cross, but the cone of Kibo crater was the greatest obstacle. 2 millennia ago, Ptolemy's map correctly positioned Kilimanjaro. Chinese merchants saw it some 1,100 years later, but it was only in the first half of the 19th century that the first confirmed reports about a snow-capped mountain on the equator reached Europe. The geologists of the era ridiculed the idea of snow at the equator, arguing that the white peak could have been caused by mineral deposits. Local Wachaga tribesmen attempted to reach its summit, but all gave up due to cold, fatigue, and the fury of the mountain gods that we now call acute mountain sickness. After a few futile attempts of European explorers to reach the summit, a German geographer, Meyer, and an Austrian alpinist, Buchela, finally conquered the giant in 1889. For the first time, a human eye could have admired the beauty of the summit glaciers and the divine views. As the forest begins to thin out, the group enters a clearing with about 10 A-frame huts. This is Mandara Camp at 2,800 meters above sea level. Despite gaining 900 meters in altitude, the 5-hour-long trail has not represented any difficulties. The altitude is still merciful. The group consists of 3 hikers, 2 guides, a cook, and 7 porters, carrying personal belongings of the hikers, cooking equipment, and food for 6 days. Wet, dirty, and tired, it feels like it's been a very long day. After the necessary cleanup, hot tea and snacks are served. Mawenzi crater is about a 15-minute walk past Mandara huts. This short hike, after a brief rest, serves as an additional acclimatization exercise. The transition from forest to heath here is strikingly sudden. On clear days, unlike today, the crater provides a panorama view of lakes that derive their waters from the majestic Kilimanjaro. The heath zone is characterized by the heather and heath-like shrubs. The most conspicuous here is the giant heather, Erica arborea. It is a tree with a gnarled trunk that grows up to 10 meters in the upper forest, but will only reach 3 meters or so higher up on the moorland.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and ring the bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Thanks for your support.